card.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday, July 1st, 2025 special commission meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order and have a roll call, please.
Commissioner Marquardt?
Here.
Commissioner Matherly?
Here.
Commissioner Brown?
Here.
And can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve today's agenda.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, under new business, request approval of resolution number 7-01-25/113-87, declaring a state of emergency for Otero County due to fire and flood emergency. You want to tell us a little bit about it, Matt?
Good morning, Commissioners. Matt Clark, Emergency Services. So we had the Seven Springs fire that mostly burned on the reservation in Otero County. We're going to have significant burn scar that we could get flooding off of the fire for there. It did burn off the reservation in the Lincoln National Forest. We could get flooding from that as well. So the increased potential for that, and then the flooding that we are already receiving up in Three Rivers, where we're going in daily, opening up the road so that the ranchers and visitors to Three Rivers can get in. And then out on the mesa, we have a lot of roads that were destroyed, impassable. Their road shop's doing the best they can to get single lanes back open, but the sheer amount of cost that, and we're expecting more road damage because we're expecting more rains. By doing this, it opens up an additional funding stream to the county from the state and possibly from the federal government. So that's the reason why we want to declare.
Tom has informed me that about 300 miles of the 750 miles is damaged.
Isn't that crazy?
It's a lot of road.
And the amount of damage, I mean, that was pretty extreme.
Yeah, those pictures are crazy down on the mesa.
Yeah, and that's what Tom had also told me, about 300 miles.
So what do we do, like those travelers that travel the mesa in the middle of the night? Do we block off to make sure somebody doesn't drive off one of those ledges, or, because that's a lot of property to
It
have
is.
to do that
No
to.
kidding.
It is, and I believe in some of those areas, Tom has dropped signs, or his folks. But I know there's some areas that they still have not gotten eyes on yet. And today I've been working with the state DOC. We're trying to come up with ways that we can fly in that area. It's just surrounded by so much restricted airspace that it makes it challenging.
Even a drone?
Especially drones.
Oh,
And the drones aren't going to have the mileage that we need, so I've been on the phone with Civil Air Patrol. I'm expecting another phone call back with the state DOC, if possibility of having the National Guard fly it for us, just so we can get some eyes on some of the damage. But talking and coordinating with Tom, he said there's some areas that they're not going to be able to get into until it starts to dry up.
yep.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, Bebo said it'll be weeks before you can get into some of that
yep.
because of the mud.
Mhm.
You have one of those lit signs that we could put there at the Border Patrol 506 cautioning, but I mean, you still have coming from Tiburon or from Dale City,
Right.
and I think the worst part, from what I understood, is down closer to the Dale City area, and that's one of our district drivers that
Yep.
lives down there. That Tom said his whole front yard was, you could see one strand of wire. It was that much water
Oh, my
on
gosh.
the fence.
Wow. That's a
Yeah,
lot
his
of
whole
water.
corral area is underwater. Kind of like if you go back last year and look at the Roswell flooding pictures that they were showing of ranches, a lot looked like that off of his district hand.
So can we as a county, like say Bent area, because I know that area is gonna flood that, in that no-go, and we have residents up there, can we take sandbags to the fire station up there and put out for some of the residents to?
Yeah, we can,
Some of them's already called me and I've sent them to the road shop,
So-
but that means bag your own there.
we have them there at the road shop. The problem with setting sandbags out ahead of time, if they rain on them, they're pretty much mostly useless after that. And the weight is even greater than just a regular sandbag, because now it's soaked with water. The other is those bags are meant to deteriorate under the sun.
Well, don't bag them, just take a load
So-
of sand and dump and leave the bags at the fire station.
Yeah, I can try and get some of that coordinated with Tom, because he's the holder of the sand.
But that's some of the area that I worry about. Because like I say, some of the Salazars already called me and asked me what to do, and I said, go to Tom, he's got the bags. He said, but it's you bag it. You bag them
It
and
is.
haul them up there. But
And I'll work with the state, because I know before talking with them last week, they were looking at delivering sand to the neighboring counties of Chavez because of all the rain that was expected that week.
And so today's rainstorm, what do we expect? Do we know? I mean,
Rinse, repeat.
yeah. So probably section road again.
It really just depends on where that cell wants to hit. If it hits section road area again, yep, more of the same. All of that area is saturated, so could definitely flow up again. If it misses it and goes down, say, Alamo Canyon, now we're gonna look at Alamo Canyon being flooded out.
Yeah.
I know it hit Taylor Ranch Road yesterday, quite significantly. Today, they should be able to get out and look at the chip seal on that, because the water should be out of that area now, but I'm sure we lost some roadway there too.
Does that resolution look good to you, Harvey? You read it? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll open us up for additional resources and funding and help people with any insurance claims they need to have, and give people an extension on their taxes if they need it.
Okay. All right.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 070125/11387.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Hopefully this gets us some help.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Thank you, commissioners, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt.
But
Does
if-
anybody else have
If you
anything?
could check on those sandbags up there at Bent, that's where I really worry about. I don't know what it's doing in high rolls and stuff, but that area where some of that burn, because there's quite a few people that lives up that.
There's quite a few people that live up No-Gal, and all we're expecting in the No-Gal area is the historic flows. Not that it's going to hit those numbers, but historically, the rain hits the mountain ridge here, comes down, flows this way. The other day, we did issue a warning. I got a phone call from Mescalero that said the cell is hanging over No-Gal Canyon and the water is coming. It never reached the county line. Well, the county reservation line. It was still in Otero County, just it never left the reservation. So, it's just gonna be tricky to determine where it's all gonna hit, which is unfortunate.
Okay.
But
Anybody
I
have
will,
any-
I will work with Tom's crews to get some sand up there, and we'll get some bags up there for the residents.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it does come,
Yeah.
some of them places I know are down there in the bottom.
Oh,
Some of them are up on the hill, those don't scare me quite as bad as the ones.
Oh, yeah. All right in the marshland where it used to be Raging River, apparently, back in the day.
All right.
Thank
Anything
you.
else?
Be safe out there.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We're adjourned.